Konami, seriously, what the F? Bro, I don't know if you guys are on Twitter, Yugi Twitter that is, and just even on Facebook. Konami is, of course, messing up like they always do. What I'm referencing, so Yu-Gi-Oh player Herman Hansen, I think he's a European player, posted on Twitter recently, actually about 2 days ago, won a card frame and a pack of dice 6 months ago. No, not 6 months, he said months ago. He didn't say 6 months ago. Okay, he did say 6 months ago. So pretty much he won it like last year. The whole prizing that you get in Top Cut, the dice and the the little thing I talked about that was crap, the picture frame and thing like that. Essentially, they took 6 months to arrive to his house. So shout out to Europe for at least shipping it to the players out there, because in the TCG we gotta take our stuff on the airplane ride home, which is completely dumb, which is why Jesse Cotton just left it in the convention center and said, F it, I don't want it. It's up for grabs, whoever want it, because taking it on the airplane is going to cost more than what it's worth. And the luster of already having it, I think he probably already got multiples like he probably do. It's just like, it's a freaking picture frame. So anyway, long story short, I guess in Europe, they don't even get cards in their Yu-Gi-Oh picture framers, apparently. And his came pretty much plain, no separator for the cards, just plain. Picture up on the screen, because you guys have to see it just to see the ignorance that is Konami and what they did. And he was like, what am I supposed to even do with this? Get some ideas. Now, there was another picture I saw online as well. I can't find it for whatever reason. Somebody's received theirs broken. Like, it was like shattered and cracked. And I was like, whoa, that is crazy. So not only are they giving us crap prizing, they're not even sending us the crap prizing properly, and they're half-assing it. On top of half-assing, Quarter Century Stampede, a lot of people are opening up their packs, and their rarities are looking like this. And I don't know if it's just me, but that's fucking embarrassing, bro. Like, that is horrible. Like, one or two cards that are every 10,000, 20,000, a little messed up, that's fine. But in my 20 plus years of playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't think I've ever seen cards out of packs damaged that badly. Like, that's a whole crease. Like, a machine just went and just shipped it on out. It's like, dude, like, are they like making these in like some little small tent in freaking Bangladesh? Like, what factory is Konami using to get these cards printed out and shipped to us? Like, I seriously don't get it. And it begs to differ. And it actually just annoys me, not begs to differ, it annoys me, because when I look overseas in the land of the rising sun, aka Japan, where the game originated, now we obviously expect the Japanese players to get preferential treatment because the game came out in Japan first. And Japanese people are pretty much known to, not pretty obviously not everyone, but they're pretty much a nationalist society, which pretty much means, in short, Japan first, everybody else, which is how it should be. I think all countries should put their own country first and say everybody else. In exceptions of things like gaming and like car, I mean, you have to have your boundaries, obviously, but when it comes down to it, you have to put your people first before you put anyone first. That's how life should be in general, me personally. But even then, we've been complaining about the TCG price for a while, and OCG last week just had YCS Japan, and they had pricing like this, like dope ass pricing for Top Cut. Like, I made a video about this before with the YCS stamped effect veilers. They had special play mats. They had like cool merch you could buy there, like tons of like sleeves, Malice merch, all kind of stuff, purses, backpacks for all the Yugi guys and Yugi gals and people who like to do whatever they want to do in their personal life. So I'm just sitting up here thinking like, bro, I understand that the game originated in Japan, but as a TCG player of 20 years, playing this game since I was a child, I'm a grown man now, that's bogus, and that's freaking wrong. And it's like, it's hard for me to get mad anymore, because I'm just like, well, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! That's Konami in a nutshell, and at this point, I don't think they're going to change. They don't give us cash prizing because of Kazuka Takahashi, some shit he said, apparently in an interview that was never verified by anybody. It was just, people just said, hey, it was just, he said this, and this is the reason why we don't want to do cash prizing. And even if he did say it, who cares, bro? It's 2025. It's not 1996. It's not the year 2000. We need cash prizing. We need good prizing. Or at the very least, give us quality stuff when you give us stuff. Give us what the LCG has, to the very freaking least. It's not like we're asking for much. We're asking for the bare minimum, and we're not getting that. And what also annoys me, too, Konami has this fixation in Japan to promote rush duels. By all means, do your thing. If that's how you're gonna get new players in the game, do your thing. I mean, a 5,000 player YCS just shows that Yu-Gi-Oh is insanely popular still in Japan, while still not being the most popular card game in Japan. I think they got like a bunch of different oddball card games in Japan. Card gaming is a big thing in Japan, like how regular gaming is in America. Like every place has a card shop. Some card shops don't even hold Yu-Gi-Oh. I've never been to Japan personally, but I watch a lot of Japanese YouTube and people on YouTube who live in Japan who talk about these type of things, which is how I personally know. So if anybody in the LCG that may be watching this video, let me know how it is in the LCG. Like, tell me how card shops are out there. But man, this is freaking embarrassing, bro. This is honestly just, it's like at this point, all we could just do is boycott Konami, stop going to events, stop buying products, speak with our wallets, but ain't nothing gonna change anytime soon, honestly, because enough players and masses won't do it. Like I said before and said again, people might say, hey, Chris, you're a hypocrite because you're playing full power metadata, you're going to tournaments, you're going to YCSs. Here's the thing about me and people like me. I'm a content creator. YouTube gives me money to pay bills. On top of that, I'm also an avid Yu-Gi-Oh player, and I do enjoy playing the game. The game of Yu-Gi-Oh is not bad, especially when you're playing good decks. It's actually a very enjoyable game. But when you get BS from Konami, it's kind of like, man, that sucks, and we need to speak up and call it out. Because I'd rather just call it out and hope it gets better versus just ditching the game and the game just dying. I have somewhat of a voice. It's small, but it's still a voice. I mean, there's so many different things we can do to improve Yu-Gi-Oh! That Konami never has done. But back to the Rush Duel topic, because I did have a point I was trying to make on that. When it comes to Rush Duels, it seems like every other set or YCS promotion for Rush Duels over in Japan, they have dope-ass full arts. I don't have pictures of those on the screen as well. And I'm just like, why don't the TCG have these full arts? Why don't the OCG have these full? Why don't the main game have full arts? Like, I'm pretty sure TCG players aren't the only ones complaining about getting full arts. Every card game has full arts. So why don't Yu-Gi-Oh have full arts? People have shown you how they could do full arts, customized ways. But Konami, for whatever reason, I don't think they want to do it, or they just don't want to pay the money for it. They don't want to hire TCG people, aka Americans, or people who could work on this type of stuff to draw a full art version of a Japanese card. Or maybe they don't want to pay the Japanese artists to draw a full art version of said card. But they can invest the money for Rush Duels, which is significantly smaller than the main game, to get them dope-ass artwork. Once again, it goes back to Japan favoritism. So I'm just like, bro, that's bullshit. It's just like, it makes my head explode like, boom, like, why, bro? That is so bogus. That is so bogus, and it's not funny anymore. It's honestly just insulting. As a longtime player, an avid Yu-Gi-Oh enthusiast, 20 years, like I said, 20 years I put into the game. This game has put money on my table. I attribute this game to me having my son existing because I met a dude who played Yu-Gi-Oh as well, and eventually me and that dude got older. He introduced me to the girl who ended up being my son's mom. So I attribute Yu-Gi-Oh to, me having my son existing, as well as a bunch of dope life experiences from me traveling, going to competitive tournaments, meeting different people, developing this YouTube channel, and meeting a lot of you guys. So I owe Yu-Gi-Oh my life. I owe Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, honestly. I'm still getting paid decent little YouTube checks off of YouTube, so I'm pretty happy with my Yu-Gi-Oh history. But I still ain't happy with the game that Konami is doing to rather, what I'm trying to say is I'm still not happy with the way Konami is managing the player base in the game when it comes to prizing and support for players and giving players things they want. Now, when they do right, like I said before, I shout them out. Reprinting things are good. Even though I think they should be timely, they still should do it better. Giving us alternate arts, that's great. But it's just small little tweaks that are so obvious that I don't understand if it's just like old corporate mindset that's running the show that don't get just give people what they want. But honestly, it's literally just that simple. Just give people what they want. Now, obviously, we can't get everything we want. But I think the things we're asking for are reasonable. Serialized prize support cards for people who make Top Cut. Hell, I'm asking for people who make Day 2, they should get something. Because like Day 2 ain't a YCS, bro. It's freaking hard. Not only is it hard, you should be rewarded for your hard work. Games like Lorcana is already doing this. I think Pokemon does it to a certain extent. Don't quote me on that. I think they do something like that to a certain extent. You get like a promo card or something for Day 2. But you definitely get cash in Pokemon. I think I heard somewhere top 8 in the Pokemon event it's like $3,000 in prizing in cash. Like what? That's insane. I know Flesh and Blood. I saw on Zodiac Duel, some dude posted like it was like a 500 player Flesh and Blood tournament. Dude won 50,000 gold, which I'm assuming just means 50,000 in whatever currency that country he won it in. So I'm just like, bro, Konami, like this is straight up embarrassing, bro. Other people are laughing at your game. You could easily. I don't know like what legal laws in Japan they got to do to like get this changed and revved out. But by next year, bro, this has to change because like you guys could easily be the #1 teachers in the world if you just gave us cash prizing alongside good serialized products to show the player base you care. And honestly, I would say Konami come out and apologize. Apologize and say, hey, look, we hear the people. We apologize for taking forever to give you guys good pricing, but this is what we're gonna do. Have Jerome come out and do it. That'd be dope. How he does these dope ass ban lists. Have him come out and because obviously you guys can't do it now because it's too late in the season. We have the summer season, and then that's it. Nationals always have good pricing. So I think if you're gonna go to one Yu-Gi-Oh event in a year, and if you have your national invite, go to nationals. Winning nationals is definitely worth it. Just the trip alone to go to Worlds is worth it, especially the prestige and things like that. It makes it worth playing an event and trying to do well and spending hours in a playtest. But outside of nationals, winning YCS in the grand scheme of things, I do it for clout personally, being honest. Even though I've never won one, I've only topped. But winning, it wouldn't do anything in the grand scheme of things. But nationals, that means something. I mean, winning the YCS still means something too. Don't get it twisted. Don't get my words confused. But I think you guys get the point I'm trying to say. There's a prestige for being a national winner. There's more of a prestige as well as good prizing for being a national winner versus being a YCS winner. But yeah, man, that's all I got to say about this topic, bro. It's wrong, and I think Konami just needs to treat us better. So let me know what you guys think. Did you guys know about this? Let me know. I had to do a little bit of research about this video, watch different YouTubers on YouTube, heard their opinions on it, as well as saw Twitter. Cause I saw this post on Twitter like literally a couple days ago when he posted it, and everyone was linking and resharing and giving their opinions on things. And Zodiac Duelists, they show every day different card games and what you can win. And all people say is, well, go play those card games. And I agree with you guys. Go play those card games. But I don't think we should be trying to shut up Yu-Gi-Oh players who are calling out Konami. Now, I'm an advocate of saying, hey, if you don't complain about the format, shut up and go out to play card games. But I'm also pro complain about the pricing because people who do well in this game deserve to get treated better. Now, some people might say, oh, you guys don't deserve anything. Konami didn't tell you guys to do anything. They don't have to give you guys anything. And technically, yes, they don't. They could say F us, but we all put lifelong blood, sweat, tears in the game. Maybe not blood, literally, but tears. I've seen tears for people playing card games. I've seen it personally. I've seen sweat from people being sweaty at the tables to literally playing in summer degree weather. I've seen blood from fistfights over cards. So a lot of people put blood, sweat, and tears in this game. You can't tell people they shouldn't be rewarded for their hard work. Hell, you got you got places that do food challenges that'll give you better prizing than Konami. Literally, you go finish a food challenge, you get like $50. You get a t-shirt, get your name on the wall. That's dope for a small little restaurant to do a food challenge, but Konami, win a 2,000 player YCS, pay like 1,000 in traveling fees, another 1,000 for your deck. So you're like $2,000 in the hole. And then you got to study the game like a freaking librarian to learn different card effects, knowing what different archetypes do, memorize long paragraphs of text in order just to get clout, and that's it. Bro, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of the most complex games in the world, and those players need to get treated better. So post down something about this video, comment down below, like the video if you're new here, want to subscribe for more. We're almost at 30K subs, or we're almost at 23K subs. Hopefully get 30K by the end of the year. I think that's a realistic goal. It's your boy Rogue Hero, and I'm signing out. Peace. See you guys in the next video. Peace.